accused in the Mesa shooting rampage, facing 35 charges.
Yes, and tonight we're learning more about that suspect as well as his victims.
And Ryan Giroux was arrested and charged with shooting 6 people, leaving 1 person dead. He made his initial appearance in court today. And ABC 15's Angie Holdsworth is live at 4th Avenue Jail tonight with our top story. Angie, the one thing missing here, we still don't know the motive.
Yeah, that's right. You know, I've been reading through the court paperwork here, and it appears that when he shot his victims, he was very purposeful in doing so, although we did find some areas where he was shooting randomly. Now, listen to what he had to say before he was brought into jail here early this morning.
Giroux, why did you shoot those people? Why did you shoot those people?
You can see that he was brought in with that same white jumpsuit that we saw that he was arrested in, and he had his face was pretty much bruised with a lot of cuts. At his initial court appearance, the slew of charges were read, and a bond was set at $2 million. Now, when you look through the court paperwork, it appears that he had shot his victims as he was confronting them or as they were trying to get away. And then there was one situation where he was firing shots in just random directions, that taking place directly after that shooting at the hotel, that initial shooting. Now, of course, we do know that Giroux has some ties to white supremacists. Now, he will be in court again next week. And coming up here in the next hour, we're going to be taking a look at the 2 mugshots, one from just recently and one from some time ago. And you can see kind of how he's changed a little bit in his appearance. Kind of some interesting perspective. Back to you.
Yeah, definitely some big changes there. Thanks so much, Angie. We just found out moments ago, by the way, from MCSO, Giroux will not be doing any jailhouse interviews or answering any of our questions one-on-one. As we first told you last night, he's in a special management union at the jail, being held in isolation with a higher level of security. As for family and friends of the victims in all of this, they're asking why? How could one man do so much damage with no explanation for his actions? ABC 15's Pete Serrato spoke to some of those relatives today. And Pete, what are you hearing?
Yes, Steve, a lot of shock and disbelief for those family and friends you're talking about. And look, the family, one of the victims, they're already creating this vigil here at the Tri-City Inn Motel. That's where that shooting spree began yesterday. But look, this is the only area where only place, where a deadly shooting took place here at the Tri-City Inn Motel. And the person who died was identified as David Williams. And we spoke with a witness here who said he heard gunshots, walked towards the room before the shooter ran off.
I went into David's room, and David was coughing up blood and he was choking. So I picked him up, so I tried to set him up so he wouldn't drown. I set him up, he was coming to, he was going in and out.
And down the street there, that's the Bistro restaurant. That's the second scene where that shooting spree took place. And a lot of the workers there are students at the East Valley Institute of Technology. I spoke with the school. They said those students are getting counseling services at this time, but that restaurant is set to reopen again on Monday, Steve.
It's got to be so hard to forget that ordeal. Thanks so much, Pete.